on me, the Morning Drinking Show. I'm your host, Greg. Getting back on this motherfucker once again. We getting back on this motherfucker once again. Once again, we getting back on it. Why? Why do we keep getting back on here? Because we doing life, motherfuckers. We doing life. Are you doing life? Or is life doing you? That's the question of the year. Are you doing life in 23 or is life doing you? Are you just caught up in the tides, right, of whatever shit you put yourself in? So many of us, we don't want to admit. We don't want to take that responsibility, right? Because then guess what? We may have to actually look in the mirror and say, man, I've kind of fucked up along the way. I've kind of given up. I've given up along the way. I've quit. I've quit on myself. I've quit on my family. I've quit on my boss. I've quit on a lot of things in life, and we don't want to look in that mirror, do we? That's a fucked up mirror to look at. Most of us don't even want to look in the real mirror, right? Shirt off, right? Underwear, birthday suit. We don't want to see that, right? We don't want to see what's going on in that mirror, right? But we don't even have to. If you just sitting there right now, just think about how you feel. How do you feel? How do you feel? How many of y'all go wake up tomorrow feeling great? How many of you woke up today feeling great? How many of you tomorrow are going to get fooled because you fooling yourself and you fooling others, right? April Fools, motherfuckers. April Fools. Because why? You didn't march through March, right? You didn't strive through February. You didn't dig in January. So you just fooling yourself, right? With all the other fools, we're going to be fooling through April. April Fools, right? We got a lot of April Fools around here. We just fooling ourselves. Thinking, wishing that it could be different, that we were something else, right? Pretending, right? Attaching ourselves to what? Teams, politics, issues that do what? Preoccupy ourselves, right? Gets our minds off of ourselves, makes us feel like we're somehow emotionally and energetically contributing to our society by investing our energy, right? And cheering on people we don't even know. They wearing a logo, we cheering them on, right? They wear a certain color, right? Red or blue, right? We cheering them on. They got our best interest. The things that matter to us matter to them. And so they're going to do all the work and we just get to sit back, right? We just got to sit back in this life, right? Is that what you told yourself? You're someone that cares about social issues. You got to just sit back. Or guess what? You got to show up to a protest. How many of you ever shown up to a protest? You went and protested something, right? You protested something because you were mad, right? You were upset. Something was going on happening to you in your life. And so you got up off your ass and you went down and you made a sign, or you didn't even make a sign because they already had signs for you. And so they hand out a sign, but you say, hey, this matters to me. I'm going to give my time, right? And then you leave. And then what happens? You go back home, right? Same miserable shit, same miserable body, same miserable mind, right? Same miserable life. And what happened? But you went to a protest, so you feel a little better about yourself, right? Who can remember back to, the fucking Super Bowl, right? Who won the Super Bowl? Were you excited? Did it make your day? Did you think that energy was going to carry you through the rest of the year? Through the rest of your life because a team won the Super Bowl this year, last year, 20 years ago, right? You thought it was going to be your championship. It's going to be your opportunity to feel your best, right? You were going to use that momentum to go somewhere, right? To feel good about yourself, like you actually doing shit and you ain't doing nothing. You're not doing anything other than just sitting there and consuming, whether it's the food, the drink, or the tube. You just consuming. That's it. You're not acting. You're not working. You're not striving. You're not falling and getting back up. You're not willing to take the risks and reap the rewards, right? You just lost in the fucking crowd, man. How many of y'all just lost in the crowd? Beautiful day, man. It's beautiful when you stop fooling yourself. I always like to say it's a really good time when you quit bullshitting yourself and you quit bullshitting others and you get honest. You get honest about the shit going on in your life. You get honest with who you are. You get honest about what you care about most. And you actually do something right here. It's called making a fucking plan. How many of you actually have a plan for your life? For this year, right? How many of y'all had a plan for March? How many of y'all have a plan for April? How many of y'all have a plan for the summer? Right? Anybody? Does anybody make plans anymore? Do we make plans? I mean, I know you'd like to make the plans to go and fuck off. It's the weekend, right? It's the only time you really get for yourself to fuck off. So I know you like to make plans for that. But when you hang out with them people that you planning, the time where you just fuck off, right? Does it leave you feeling better next week? I know this shit doesn't. I've been health coaching now since January, and I'm seeing people's lives transform. Literally transform. I mean, it's life transformation shit over here, right? Yes, we want to help people release weight, but that's not the only goal, because you can go and do a bunch of different shit and lose weight and fucking, feel good. But if you don't change the habits, you'll be right back at it. And you guys know this shit, right? How many of y'all know what it is to lose 10, 20 pounds? And guess what? You put it right back on. By this time next year, you'll be doing the same thing. Or you'll just even be even more weight, more fucking accumulation of bullshit. Knowing that by Christmas, you ain't gonna want to see that scale. How many of you guys could say that you're gonna actually be happy to see the scale on fucking January 1st, 2024? Very few people, because you don't have a plan. You got zero plan, right? You want to feel better. You want to get in better shape. You want to be more active. You want to have more energy. You want to eat healthier. You want to have more money, have more abundance, have more opportunity, have more freedom. We want all this shit, but what is the plan to accomplish and to achieve, right? Because with even the greatest fucking plans that I have had to try and execute, there's kinks all along the fucking way. Shit does not always go as planned, but at least when you have a plan, you know exactly where you're trying to get to. And although every step along the way may take you for a twist and a turn, your eyes are still focused on the fucking prize, the goal, the accomplishment. And yet you still keep moving forward in life. You don't just give up. You don't just quit when shit don't go as planned. But at least you have a plan. Most of y'all don't have a fucking plan. Let's be honest. If you did have a plan, right, chances are your situation, your circumstance right here, right now would be different. It would be different. And in a good way. Right? When I fucking hit rock bottom right there, I'll tell you what, I didn't have a plan. I did not have a plan, but I did have the will to say, enough's enough, man. I didn't know what my plan was right then and there, but I did know that, guess what? I am not doing alcohol ever again. I'm done. I'm done. I don't care. Right? The cost, I don't care what it takes. I am done with alcohol, right? It had fucked me over enough for me to learn the lesson, and it was time to move on, right? I had chalked up plenty of scars, chalked up enough pain, right? That I was like, okay, I'm done. And from that point forward, I had to clear my mind, right? And I had to start to develop a plan for life after what? Alcohol, right? And it's been the most incredible fucking journey. One step at a time, one day at a time. And yes, we talk about that shit here because that's one of the biggest pieces of my healing journey, of my transformation, has been the fact that I was a fucking alcoholic. The worst of the worst, drunk motherfucker, going everywhere, getting drunk. It's all we used to do, man. Friday like today, shit. I'd already be drinking, man. Right here, right here. Get a little Kahlua in the coffee, a little Mexican coffee, a little Rumplemints in the coffee. Why not? Bailey's, fuck it. Irish coffee, whatever the fuck. Right? Y'all think this shit is funny and it's not. If that's you, right, it's not funny. And you're not happy. You know you're not fucking happy. You're caught up. You got issues, right? We all do. But it's just, how are you dealing with yours? You're using the drink, you're using the fucking crowd to hide your issues, but you're not. Like, yeah, sure, if everybody's drunk around you, no one's gonna give a fuck about you. No one's gonna care really about how you're feeling and what's going on in your life. And definitely people aren't gonna be trying to give you solutions to improve the shit. Because misery loves company. They want you to keep showing up for the fucking invites. Because the minute you stop showing up, guess what happens? The guilt motherfucking trip pops up all the time. Oh, you think you're better? Because guess what? People got to start shining the light on themselves. And ain't nobody want to see themselves in that light. No one wants to. Everybody's okay being fucking okay. Right? We've all posted it. I've posted about it. Right? If you have a shitty day, it's okay to have a fucking shitty day, but some of y'all having shitty years so far. Some of you had shitty decades, right? And some of y'all are now creating shitty lives. Lives, your whole fucking life has been just nothing but letdowns, failures, fucking giving up, settling for less, listening to the fucking bitch voice in your head, holding you back, right? Keeping you scared, keeping you weak, keeping you down, keeping you codependent on what other people think about you, what other people gotta fucking tell you, what their opinions are versus what your feeling is, what your desires are, what your dreams are, what your goals are, what the fuck you want to accomplish. You gotta set that shit aside, man. Guess what? It takes disconnecting. You gotta disconnect. Right? If you got this social circle that the only fucking creative thing they could come up with is, where are we gonna go have happy hour? And it's not that creative because you've been doing it every fucking Friday forever, right? Like, it's time to switch up. And I don't know who the fuck's hearing this right now, who's ready for that. But your time is now if you are. If you're sick of it. Right? You're in a hostage situation. You have taken yourself hostage, right? And your captors are the people that you spend the most time with, that they ain't doing nothing with their life. Because here's the truth. If I was to go tell, you know what, someone DM me, if you got happy hour tonight, right? It's in like Santa Fe, New Mexico, DM me. I'm going to come visit you. Right? I'm going to come visit you in the spotlight of your little fucking scene. Right? Anybody want to invite me to their happy hour tonight? You guys got plans for happy hour here in Santa Fe, New Mexico? If you doing happy hour, right, and you can have all your friends there, you want me to come visit? I'll come visit you. I ain't got no issues visiting you, right? I'll come visit you because here's what I'm going to want to know, right? I'm going to want to talk to your friends. I'm going to say, hey, man, what are you guys doing in life? How's life? What's going on with life? And you already know, man. You already know. There's not, like, I don't know. What do you want to get out of life? I don't know. What are you doing? I don't know. There's no ambition. And the motherfuckers sitting around just getting wasted, overeating, overindulging, thinking that that is life, that that is great, that this is wonderful. There ain't nothing good about it. That's not where dreams are fucking made, right? That's not where we fucking get to the next level. Sure, you can plan that shit throughout a year to say, hey, well, so-and-so's birthday is this. We kind of have a tradition. You know, if that's something you want to honor and maintain, right? Great. That's one weekend a fucking year. But when it's a fucking habitual pattern in your life and it's leaving you empty, feeling like shit, what is the point of it all? What is the point of it? What do you get from it? Honest, what do you get from it, man? What do you get from getting high, right? I was getting high last year. Real talk, right? I got caught up. New Mexico legalized the weed. I shouldn't even use that as an excuse, right? I used to get high as fuck when I was a kid. I gave that shit up just like I did alcohol for about 9 years, right? And I met somebody and then they were like, oh, you don't drink, but do you smoke? And I was like, I actually, at the time, I hadn't smoked or drank for almost that same amount of time, 9 years. And I said, I could try it. And I got caught up. I got caught up getting fucking high as a motherfucker again. And I knew that shit wasn't right. I didn't like how my lungs were feeling, you know? I didn't like just kind of dulling myself, right? That shit doesn't enhance me. Getting high, that doesn't enhance me, right? It's like I have to, it's dumbing myself down. And maybe sometimes I should be dumbing down because when people bullshit me, when people fucking around with me, I call that shit out. And I know I break a lot of people down. And maybe I should be a little more chill, right? And just tolerate people's bullshit. But I did get caught up. And so last December, right? Tomorrow will be 4 months. 4 months, right? So again, we're still chalking up wins, even 11, going on 11 years on this healing journey since I hit rock bottom right there, man. Still chalking up wins, still leaning in to say, how can I improve? What can I do better today to feel better tomorrow, to grow and expand and become a better version of myself? Right. And I've had plenty of opportunities. People are like, hey, man, you want to toke? You want to do this? You want to do that? And I'm like, nah, I'm good. I know who the fuck I am. I don't need to impress nobody. I don't need to fucking do anything that you want to do. Right. Anything that you like doing, I don't need to do for us to be associates, acquaintances, friends, family. It don't matter. I don't need to do what you do because I carry my body. I am inside this body and I want this body to be ready for anything. I've been talking about this shit, right? Everybody, you get so caught up on all the news, the wars, the killings, all this shit, right? All this shit's going on in our world. We do not know what's next, right? I was having a deep conversation with some folks the other day, and I always have these deep conversations, but they were asking, they wanted my opinion. What do you think's gonna happen? What's next? Is it gonna be revolution, or is it gonna be like this kumbaya new earth that everyone's just in love with themselves and with each other, and no one wants to hurt anybody, or no evil's being done, or no bad shit's happening? And my answer is, you know what? I don't know. I don't know what's gonna fucking happen. And guess what? I don't care. Because guess what? I'm ready for anything, motherfuckers. Bottom line, I'm ready for anything. Anything. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically, I am ready for anything. If I have to fucking hike and walk 100 miles every 2 days to survive, to thrive, to fucking, do what I got to do, right? To help rebuild society if it ever collapses, I'm good. I'm ready, motherfuckers. You see this shit. You think I'm carrying that pack around? People ask me all the time on the trail, wow, you camping up here? No. What are you doing? I'm training. Training for what, man? What are you training for? Life, motherfuckers. I'm training for life. What else is there to train for? Life. Being my best, showing up every fucking day, making plays. Making plays when you all ain't watching. That's the thing, right? The shit I share with you motherfuckers, that's only what I let you see. You have no idea the other shit, next level shit that's happening right now. It's crazy beautiful, man. The shit that's going down that y'all don't get to see, right? I'm a Scorpio. I'm a lot of things, right? But I'm also someone that I live a very private life. Even though I get on this, even though I post about my life, you're not seeing me sharing other motherfucker shit. Even though I did share a video yesterday, not one person liked the video. Why? Because you probably didn't watch the video. Why? Because you're afraid. You're afraid to watch the video of my good friend Heather breaking it down, what it is to start leveling up, to say yes, right? That's what she did. That's what my friend did, right? They said yes. Yes, we're sick and tired and we're ready for something new. And they're getting pressure packed, man. Because they're just like me, man. We love partying. I used to love to party, motherfuckers. Mr. Socialite. The king of kings, man. I'm here to party. Right? And yet, you get sick of that shit, man. You get sick of it. I see a lot of you people, man, still out there fucking partying, man. It's funny as fuck. That's you, man. You do you. You do you. But when you're sitting around at the end of your life, whenever fuck that is, right? Let's just imagine that you get to grow old. I promise you, if you keep fucking down the party path, right? Party row, party central, you keep going down that, you keep doing that, playing that record over and over again. At the end of your life, I promise you, right? This real talk, I'm challenging you, I'm promising you, because I'm trying to fucking intimidate you, wake your ass up, is you will have one thing on your mind, and that's regret. Regret. You're gonna have regret. What are you gonna regret? The shit you could have done. You're not gonna be sitting there saying, man, I had the best fucking time partying my whole life. No, you're gonna be wondering, man, why? Man, I could have done this. And I always had this dream of doing that. And I didn't do any of that, man. I just kept going back to the fucking party, man. 2 going by, man. That's how we know we talking real talk here. I'm always looking for alignment. Any of you guys look for alignment? I need the alignment, especially when shit isn't going as planned. Because that's what tells me just keep making plays, bro. People ain't cheering you on, keep making plays. People ain't liking your posts, keep making fucking plays, right? Keep speaking the truth. Don't worry about what other people are doing. You keep making the plays. You keep doing what's on your heart, what's in your mind, what you know is meant to be expressed through you to others, right? And it's not, I don't get moved by any of that shit. Because the truth is, I don't need it. I don't need to do this. I want to. I am choosing to do this. Why? Because I know this message is reaching people. I know that when I meet people, the same motherfucker right here, talking all this shit, and they look at me and they're like, where did you come from? Guys don't talk like this, right? Men don't talk like this. Where did you come from? I know I'm special in that regard. I know I'm different, right? That I have been willing to make the plays day after day, year after fucking year, to improve myself. Not to be better than anybody, right? But to just be better than who the fuck I was, who I had become. I wanted to redeem myself from that life of complacency, that life of misery, that life of being unfulfilled. And I had to show up. I have to keep showing up for me, and then my family, and then the people that depend on me and count on me, right? And ultimately, then I just put this message out there to the world, knowing that, guess what? It's going to reach who it's meant to reach, right? And those of y'all that actually respond to this message, right? Give a shout out. Have you improved any of your life from it? If you're just consuming the message to consume the message, thank you. I care about you. I love you. I appreciate you being a fucking fan, watching this shit. It matters. You've probably encouraged me along my path. But there gets to be a point that you can't just keep consuming. This is the shit I hear about a lot with like the modern day religious groups, right? The church. There's a lot of consumers, the perfect attendance, but they ain't doing nothing. Just complaining, hemming and hawing, blah, blah, blah. Right? They're not actually living out their faith. They're afraid to do that People are afraid to actually say what they truly believe because we live in what? A culture, a cancel culture. If you say the wrong thing, if you do the wrong thing, if you think the wrong thing, right? We're gonna destroy your life. With most of you are destroying your own life. If we're actually honest, most of you are choosing to actually destroy your life by not living life and living your life, not someone else's life, right? Living your life. What is your dream? What are your talents? Your talent can't just be, oh, well, I'm a great mom or I'm a great dad. That's not a talent, right? That's not like, that is not a great talent to be a great mom, a great dad, right? That's not a gift. That's just something that you actually happen to do. But there's a gift inside of you. Are you a great speaker? Are you a great singer? Are you a great artist? Are you a great organizer? Right? What is it? What is the gift that you are called to give beyond your kids, beyond your family? There's something that you have inside of you that is supposed to reach beyond, right, your home to other people. And sometimes it's even just saying yes. Sometimes it's just saying yes to changing up your life, right? To losing the weight, to changing up the habits, right? That then inspires people. So just being an example reaches fucking people. And it inspires people. Most of us don't think we're inspirational because we're so consumed watching all these other motherfuckers, right? And then they inspire us, but it doesn't really move us into what? Action, motherfuckers. Action. It takes action. And guess what? That's how you make plays. And sometimes the plays don't go so well. If anybody ever played on a sport, the coach is calling all these plays, and not every fucking play scores a point, scores a touchdown, scores a hoop. Right? There's a lot of plays that don't go that way, but that's life. That's the game of life. You just keep making fucking plays with an objective in mind, saying our goal is to score. My goal is to lose weight. My goal is to improve my life. My goal is to be more financially stable, right? More healthier. And even though you fuck up, most of us on the weekends, right? You get up and you keep making plays, but you got to have a plan. And the other thing that truly makes a difference is when we have accountability, right? When we have a community of like-minded people that are aiming at the same kind of target, right? If you're trying to get sober, but you're trying to get sober amongst your friends that are fucking party animals still in their 30s, their 40s, their 50s, fuck. Good luck. Good fucking luck. That's not like there's nobody out there that's going to tell you, you know what, that's exactly how it should be. The way you get sober is to continue to hang out with a bunch of drunks. No, you need distance. You need separation, and it's not for the rest of your life. But you need to establish new habits, new values, and a new mindset so that you can truly reemerge and find out who the fuck you are. Right? And part of that, you may lose some friends. You may lose some friends, but as you lose, you receive new. Because maybe you discover the thing you love doing the most is dance. And then so you haven't danced in 20 years, but you've been drinking and partying and doing all the bullshit. And now that you've stopped that, you've stopped taking the invites and doing the meetups. And now you're going to you signed up for a dance class, and now you're creating all these new friends that all they talk about is doing dance and doing this and doing that. Right? They're active. They're living active lives, and they don't have to just be wasted doing it. Can you believe that? Can anybody believe that? That there's adults out there doing really fucking amazing things, not doing it drunk, not doing it with fucking drink. Can you guys believe this? This is like the most craziest thing on earth, that adults actually meet in groups And it doesn't mean getting drunk. And they're having an amazing fucking time. But yet we tell ourselves, nah, man, we can all, it's got to have alcohol involved. I'm an adult. And that's what adults do. We all drink. No, we don't. I'm a part of a lot of different groups where people don't drink, and the ones that do are miserable. They're not always as fun, because guess what? They overindulge from time to time or every time. And that doesn't ever leave an adult feeling fucking better about themselves. And I can guarantee you this, right? We've been posting up some of the results, real results, right? From people I've been coaching, losing weight, releasing weight, feeling better, more energy. And everybody's like, yeah, but what about the drink? Can you still drink? And they're like, nah, man, no drink. Oh, man, no drink. Well, that's not fun. Can't do that. Why? Who in the fuck? I can guarantee you, man. I can guarantee you. If you were to give up alcohol, right, for like 4 months, you are not going to feel worse about yourself in 4 months from now. Anybody want to take me up on that challenge? It will be hard, right? But you will not feel worse about yourself. You won't feel like, fuck, man. Fuck. I can't believe I didn't drink for 4 months. I feel like shit. Oh, shit. I missed out. I missed out. Oh, man, I feel worse than I was 4 months ago. You're not going to feel that way, right? You're going to feel better about yourself. And it takes that. It takes clearing the mind, going through a real cleanse, especially if you got issues, especially if you have a addiction, right? Most of us don't want to call it. Most of us don't want to just admit that we got problems, that we're alcoholics, right? My name is Greg, and I'm an alcoholic. I guarantee you. You've never been to an AA meeting. See, that's the thing. So many of these motherfuckers watching this shit, y'all scared. You ain't gonna go to AA. Anybody gonna go to AA meeting? Anybody got the balls to go to fucking an AA meeting, and not because you got a DWI or fucking court ordered to go, but just to go, just to see, man. Guess what? It's normal people just like you, just like me, right? Working, doctors, lawyers, all moms, dads, single moms, fucking plumbers, electricians, you name it, man. It's just regular fucking people, right? But guess what? They got caught up on a drink, and they said, either the court told them to do it or they found the light. And there they are. My name's so-and-so. I'm an alcoholic. And you don't have to say nothing. You can sit in that room and just be quiet. But that would really wake some of you up. But y'all don't do that. Just like y'all don't volunteer. Y'all don't give your time, because it's all about me, not it's all on me. When it's all on me, we actually go out there and make a fucking difference in this world. We give of our time. We sacrifice, right? Giving up some alcohol, right, to improve our minds. That's on me. That's no big deal. It's all about me. Well, but I don't want to feel left out of my social group. That's the it's all about me fucking mindset. Not wanting to feel left out, so not being able to switch up, not being able to create healthy boundaries that are going to honor you, build you, right? And maybe push some of your friends away. Distance yourself from some of the people that you care about. But if they really cared about you, they would respect that shit and they would cheer you on. But again, we're used to what we're used to. And as adults, we don't want to try the new shit because it's unknown, right? Getting out there, getting uncomfortable, that sucks. That's too hard. It's scary. It's scary. Well, guess what? You don't got to do it alone, right? There's plenty of people like myself willing to not carry the load for you, but to walk with you, right? To be someone to hold you accountable when you're scared, when you're in doubt, when you're fucking questioning your life's decisions, even the good ones, right? To have someone that on call, on text, on message that you can reach out to bounce off these ideas, to be vulnerable, to be fucking real, right? Just like me. That's a powerful thing, man, when you start putting people in your life, right? We are the common denominator of our closest friends, right? I was once with somebody, and I still question this, right? Because this person was like, like all their friends, right, were all cheating. They were all cheaters. That's all she ever talked about, man. This friend and that friend, married friends, this friends, all they do is cheat. And I'm like, what does that make you? Fuck, man. Right? She's the anomaly. She's the one that's different. It's kind of an interesting fucking thought, man. Right? If you're putting down people all day long, if you're judgmental of people all day long, guess what? You're probably like that. You're probably like that. There's a pretty good chance. There's a chance that you, whatever it is that bugs you the most, whatever that it is that irritates you, it's probably a part of who you are. But we don't want to hear that shit either, because we only want to look at the light, right? We only want to see ourselves as the good shit, right? And we can't really account for the shadow, the dark side, right? Some of this fucking bad, nasty shit that we come up with in our heads, some of the behavior that we exemplify within our families, behind closed doors, right? It sucks. And I've had to account for all of that shit throughout this healing journey. And I'm a better man for it, right? And that's what matters most to me. Am I a better man today than I was yesterday? You better fucking believe it. You better fucking believe it. Because I wake up every day holding myself to a higher standard. None of you can hold me to the standard I hold myself to. So it's me versus me. It's you versus you. You ain't competing against me. I ain't competing against you. Right? And if I win, that doesn't mean you lose. Because actually, if I win, I'm going to raise up motherfuckers around me. And you should be of the same mindset that if you win, right, you should be looking at how you can help others out. And if you lose, right, if you lose, as you learn that lesson, you should teach it to others so they can avoid it, right? Because that's making a difference. Is even being vulnerable with the fucking losses. That's why that shit's there. It's a constant reminder that doesn't hold me down. It's a reminder that I have fucked up. I have lost. And I'm being vulnerable with you all motherfuckers to say, look, learn from my mistakes. I'm here to teach you a lesson about the shit I went through in this life. And that's a powerful fucking thing. When you get people that are willing to listen to that shit and realize, and then go introspective and compare and say, you know what? Fuck, I can relate to a lot of this shit and I don't want to repeat this pattern, but you got to start switching up. You can't just hear it and then not do it. You have to start doing. What is the doing? It's going across this board right now, right? It's improving your mindset, right? It's improving your nutrition. It's improving the amount of activity that you do, cardiovascular speaking. It's improving your willingness to learn and try new things, the personal development. And fifth, and not least, is your willingness to go make a fucking difference in this world. Whether it's just at the homeless shelter, at the battered women's shelter, at the soup kitchen, at Big Brothers Big Sisters, like volunteer, go make a difference. Give of your time. Gosh, I get passionate about this stuff because I care, right? It means a lot when people circle back with me and say, dude, thank you for your message. And I'm like, whoa, I didn't realize you were listening in, because you don't like this shit. You're embarrassed, right? It's not until this message takes off, this message goes viral, then that's when everybody's gonna be like, I was there since the beginning, man. Thank you. Thank you for being there from the beginning, hiding in the shadows, being afraid of the content, right? Because you're just not sure. It's controversial. This guy's a little controversial. He speaks his mind. He's not edited. And I don't know if I want to be associated with that. Don't be associated with it then, right? If you question it, right, go figure out what you want to be associated with. And then identify with that too, right? So if you're associated with a bunch of people that are living half-ass lives, guess what? You a half-ass motherfucker. But you ain't getting that shit here. We making plays no matter what. This has been an incredibly challenging week for me from start to finish, right? Things just keep coming. But guess what? The alignments keep showing up. Whether it's whether it's the little tiny things, 111s, 222s, 1111s, right? 444s. Anybody see this shit? Right? 999s. Every day, every fucking day, the alignments keep showing up in all different ways, big and small, right? And yet, even though shit is coming hard, coming heavy, challenging still, right? We just keep marching fucking on. We keep putting one foot in front of the other. We keep taking one punch after the next. Boom, 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 just marching on because we have a fucking plan. And we are here to execute the plan, right? And I highly suggest that you come up with a fucking plan for April, a plan for May, a plan for the summer, a plan for this year, and a plan for your life. What is your plan? What do you want? And why? Why do you want it? Because until you get to the why, right, you're just going to keep the plan at arm's length. It's not going to really be something that moves you to action. And you need that. You can't just think about it. You got to start investing it into who you are, down in your heart. It's got to be something you really, 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 really want. It's got to be something that is going to challenge you. It's going to be something that's going to make you fucking become greater than who you are, right? But you know that if you can imagine yourself, right? Maybe it's just a weight loss plan. If you can imagine yourself 50 pounds less, 100 pounds less, or any amount, who are you when you're at that? Who are you today? And who are you if you were to hit a goal like that? Who are you to be someone that actually breaks up with alcohol, doesn't need it no more? It's not even an issue, right? Are you worse? Are you worse off than you are right now? I don't know. You do you. I'm going to keep doing me, man. And I will keep getting on this motherfucker, right? As much as I can, as often as I can, right? With consistency. Because the one thing y'all motherfuckers know, I don't come rehearsed. I'm not reading some script to make sure that all the words are perfectly placed. I just speak. And I'm just speaking from divine fucking inspiration, right? And I believe that what I'm saying is truth. What I believe is impacting people's lives. And that's why I keep getting back on here. It inspires me to get back on here, to give this message, to keep making the plays in my life. And I give you guys little shots here and there to show you what I'm up to. But you don't see the big picture, man. You can't handle the big picture. The big picture is so big, it challenges me at my core. There's times that I'm like, I can't do this, man. This picture's too big, right? It's too fucking big. But yet all the little alignments, all the signs, all the shit keeps popping up. That it's just, that's where you apply faith and you just say, okay, man, okay. We're going to keep trying. We're going to keep leaning in. We're going to keep making plays. We're going to keep overcoming challenges. We're going to keep getting uncomfortable because guess what? When I look back, I'm like, holy shit, shit is really shifting and changing. I am not where I was. I am not where I'm going. And I like what is happening right now. It inspires me. It fucking motivates me and it drives me to keep stacking up them motherfucking wins. Keep stacking up the results, motherfuckers, because you know the drill. Results kill excuses. It's all on